Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of our tutorial, right? So we're making this half cut gown that has princess bustier or princess cut with A-line skirt. So this is part 2. In part 1 we drafted the upper part, which is the princess bustier or princess cut. I will drop the link in the description box for you guys. So hi guys, my name is Fatima A. Yusuf. On this platform I share sewing tutorials. If this is something you like to learn, let's get to it. So in part 1 we drafted the front piece. That's princess that this is the front piece. We also drafted the back piece on, right? This was what we had after cutting. So now I went ahead and cut out lining for each piece, right? So if you're going to be press padding it, you want to put warden or you want to put press pad, you do that here on your fabric. Some people do it on their lining, some people do it on their fabric. I'll put a link in the description box where you can see how to pad your press cut. I didn't pad this particular one. I'm not really a fan of using press pad. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of it. So I'll just go ahead and stitch the two sides to the middle piece, right? Right face facing right face. I'll do that for the lining also separately. The back piece, I'll also do them separately. And the middle back is splitted into two. So for the back piece, we're having two pieces. So I'll do that for lining and also for the piece. And when I was done, I'm going to stitch the lining to my fabric, right face facing right face, the neckline. Then I'm going to stitch the armhole side and then the side. I will not stitch the down part, but you can as well stitch the down part but leave a little bit of the side or the down part on stitch. But I didn't stitch the down part totally, and then I left the shoulder on stitch, right? So I did that for both back and front, and then I gave it a good iron press. You open up your stitches and then you just give it a good iron press. You can also notch them, it's not bad. So I'll just go ahead and turn them out, give them a good iron press. So this is at the back pieces on, right? So after I was done, I turned them outward and this is it. So now we are going to join the shoulders together. So you join it right face facing right face like this, right? So you pick part of the armhole, the shoulder, you tuck it inside the other shoulder like this. Then from the down part that is left on stitch or any part you left on stitch, you will now use it to drag both the shoulder, both back and front shoulder together inward like this, and you have it right face facing right face. Then you just stitch by 0.5 inch. So that's what I did for both shoulders. And after doing that, so this was after stitching, right? So when you open up to the right face, so this is what you have. Very easy and very neat, right? Yes. You see, if you're lining your sleeve, this is going to come out nice because you've already lined the the armhole. You see, nowhere is left on stitch. So I'll just go ahead and measure what I have around my armhole curve, then I'll be using that to cut out my sleeve. I'm very sorry this video won't be detailed because of I didn't have storage that day and I was in a hurry also. So this is for the sleeve. I already cut out the length I want, the width I wanted. It's a sleeve that have elastic band. You can actually do any sleeve you want. On the material with pink, I didn't make an elastic sleeve. I used a straight sleeve and added some pleats, right? But this one, I'll just add elastic band to the end. So I had 29. I'll be reducing it to 28. So this is the width I had. I had 12 inches, 12.5 inches, which is good. And that's more than the armhole that I measured because you need it to be more. So I went down by 3 inches. I formed my S curve. I notched the middle point. That's the only thing we're cutting on the sleeve. You just had your elastic band and that's all for the. So from the fabric I had left, I had to cut not up to 2.5 yards because I needed scarf. So I cut 2 yards plus few inches. So I splitted them into two. I made one more by 3 inches I'll be using for my zipper opening, my zip allowance, sorry. I fold each, give it a good iron press. So this is the one for the back pieces. I've marked the 1.5 inch for my 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance, as you can see. So the other one too, I'll just fold it and then I'll place it on it starting from that 1.5 inches. I will just go ahead to measure the length required to complete my gown length. You minus that your upper piece from your full length and then you measure what you have left, what you'll be needing to complete your full length plus your allowance. So I just went ahead to mark that. You want it long, you want it flowy, you know what to do. So I marked that, right? So the wideness of the down part depends on the fabric you had left. That my pink and ash dress, it was wider than this particular one. So at the upper part, I measured my waist divided by 4 and added 2 inches. If you're using your underbust measurement for that your upper piece, you measure it by and then divide it by 4 and add your 2 inches. Then I'll take it slightly to the down part because we are cutting an A-line skirt for the under. It's very easy and not very hard to understand. Like I said, the wideness depends on how much fabric you have left. Seriously, how much wide your fabric is. You understand? So I just form my slat line and I'll just cut it off. Then at the down part, I'll just mark 2 inches upward and form a curve. It's an A-line skirt. So that's what I'll just do here. And we'll be ready. So I did same thing for that pink and ash gown also. Like I told you guys, the only difference is that this particular one, I didn't pad it, right? And the sleeves are different. So this is the 2 inches I marked. I formed the curve and I'll just go ahead and cut it off. And I also added my zipper bulging allowance at the other side. So what I did next, I didn't get to film it, so I'll just explain. So I cut out lining for the skirt. The way you folded, the way you cut, you just cut out lining. So for the front, your lining won't be splitted, and then for the back, you cut out your lining so it will be splitted because you already cut your zipper allowance. You slit it open, so your back piece will be 2. After doing that, I stitched the lining to each piece at the sides, the 2 sides. So that's what I did. And for the back, you'll be having 2 sides, right? 2 pieces. So after doing that, I stitched the front skirt to the front piece using 1/2 inch. Then the back one, I stitched them separately because you have 2 pieces at the back. Just make sure they are equal. The stitches will be equal. The allowance you're using to stitch will be equal. After doing that, I stitched the zipper allowance for the back piece so that I'll be able to stitch the bodies together. Then I stitch my sleeve to it, right face facing right face. Make sure your middle point aligns. You stitch from middle to left, middle to right. Then I created my elastic casing, cut out elastic tape that will be okay for my sleeve, and then I just added it. Then I now measured my bust measurement on the fabric. I measured what I had, and then I marked the allowance I'll be using. So I used 1 inch allowance for the bust, and then the waist side I used 1.5 inch. So I stitch from the bust to the waist following the measurement allowance, right? So then from the waist I just took it slightly to the down part of my gown. So that was how I stitch. You see, in this direction, that was how I stitch it, and I just hemmed the down part. And guys, that was how I made the gown. Sorry, the video is not fully detailed. So this is it. This was what it looks on me. You can see, so particular one is not padded. I didn't add breast part to the breast, and the sleeve is different, and the down part is not as wide as this one. The down part is wider, and the sleeves are different from the other one. So you can literally just do any design, any style you want, right? So basically our tutorial is just about the princess cut and the A-line skirt. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, guys, and thank you for always watching and sharing my videos. I really do appreciate you guys. See you guys in another video. Bye.